Hey guys, Brockshield here. This time, as you all know, finally making our way out to the Burning Crusade. So you see here we have our three-man team up, and we have Mortaron and Arcane Poding as well. The other two gentlemen I was fortunate to level with, so thank you both so much. First, a shout out to you guys. And here we are with everyone here about to go to the Outlands. We get the all-in call from Austiniki, and we are all in, baby. So heading on in and excited to reach level 70. Everyone on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. Let's go, baby. So as we zone in here, I actually did not expect to be able to get in. I know, shocking, I didn't actually think any of us would zone in, but we zoned in early. Actually, we zoned in before the 6 p.m. start, so that was a good first impression, and we were able to push from here. So when we zone into Hellfire Peninsula, of course, it is all very laggy. I'm on a 1.2 GB connection internet, and it is laggy as can be. So thank you, Blizzard, for having incredible servers, and we get to make our way over to the Hellfire Ramparts. So first things first, here in the Hellfire Ramparts, we summon all of my bank alts up here because you know how I do. Just like SMCAF, just like Blackrock Depths, I like to have my bank alts here. So thank you again, Mortron and Arcane Poding, for helping me get set up with my summoning alts, my bank alts, and everything I'll need to eventually potentially sell power leveling and carries and make lots of gold in the Hellfire Citadel area. So very exciting stuff, and I know that was a lot in a short amount of time, but as you guys know, it's super exciting. You see here everyone from all different servers, all different guilds, excuse me, my mistake there. All together, making this push for level 70 together, and excited to have a great time. So you guys know how it is, and we'll have a great time, hopefully, leveling all our characters. I'm assuming by now, at this point of the release, it's June 2nd. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's already hit level 70, right? I'm not as up to date with everyone on Twitch, but yeah, you know I love y'all, and I'm having a great time taking it nice and slow, leveling 70 this time around. So as we summon the alts, the next step is to go ahead and see how we perform in the Hellfire Ramparts. And I know a lot of different groups have run Blood Furnace, etc. off the start. It's been my experience that the best thing to do is just take the lowest dungeon possible that still gives you everything you need. So here I am trying to shake off the cobwebs of tanking like equal level competition. I've been so used to just farming up mobs, right? In Blackrock Depths, I kind of forgot what it's like to go up against like a 5, 7, 10 mob pack of actually, comparative level mobs. And definitely was a bit of a jarring experience for these first few pulls, as you'll see on this next pull in particular. One of the craziest and most fun pulls I had, because what the gentleman here, Fulgris, said is, we were talking about let's take it nice and slow. We don't have to rush. We can take our time. We'll be all right. Let's dictate the pulls for ourselves and build from there. And unfortunately, life threw a curveball. Threw a little wrench in the way. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make do. And as you'll see on this next pull here, things are gonna get sticky. So it's a bit difficult, and next thing you know, I'm low on mana. We've pulled this pack here, and on it goes. And it's gonna look difficult because there really isn't much happening. And I remember thinking this exact moment, I was like, so is anyone healing me? And then I realized that I was responsible for the healing. Because as you see here, I am tri-boxing with Daenerys and Parmenion, and just to clarify once more, I've never used the multi-input software. This is a legitimate 3-monitor tri-box where I have all the keybinds set up, switch between the monitors, and that's why you see my mage pretty much only cast Blizzard, because that's all I have the time to do the inputs for. You see how much Brockshield's moving. Parmenion's just standing there. So I'm definitely not the most efficient, but it is a whole heck of a lot of fun to go through these kind of shenanigans with your friends. So thanks again, Arcane Poding and Fulgris. And you see here I use Lay on Hands. I'm desperately trying to get any healing I can on Brockshield, and fortunately, by the skin of our teeth, we're able to make it through. So thank you. That was a whole heck of a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed the shit show that was the first real few pulls of the Burning Crusade for me. So after we loot up here, we'll show some of the next pulls. Nothing is exciting, but for me it was a very unique experience because I had not leveled like this in the Burning Crusade when I first played World of Warcraft. For those of you I've seen some of my previous videos, I discuss how I first came into World of Warcraft around 2007, if I'm correct. Actually, maybe even 2008. 2008, so this game had been out 1 year, and I had previously played old school RuneScape. I switched over to World of Warcraft, and my first 70 was a Blood Elf Paladin. And I leveled completely in the open world. I really didn't play any dungeons much, so I didn't really get this experience of leveling through the dungeon grind like this. And so this has been a really unique experience because it revolves a lot around teamwork and team chemistry, and that's something I feel like I take pride in trying to be a good communicator and just, you know, be a part of the team and not necessarily the star of the team. So that's something I really enjoyed here is, you know, listening to the advice of Arcane and Fulgris, and more than anything, I saw a lot of people who were trying to coordinate groups and stuff in that moment, and I was really thankful that I was able to speak with these guys and be able to get a group together beforehand, so you know, we would be all right come the time of the start. So it's really exciting, and even though I couldn't help you much with Parmenion just casting Blizzard, you see here, Poning is getting in there, actually doing much more than me. So thank you for that. And with the boss coming up here, I'm thinking it's still BRD, and I can just keep pulling all these mobs, and yeah, without the rest of the team, it definitely wouldn't be possible. As you'll see in a future video, I do 3-man this dungeon. I have not 3-manned it all the way to completion. I didn't try the bosses. I felt that might be too much and not really worth the death runs to try, because I wanted to experience as much as possible. And what I found was very unique in the sense that the experience I get here per kill is about 710 as you just saw. I was going to say 700. And when I clear it with 3 people, instead of getting an experience penalty, as we used to get, what I believe in classic World of Warcraft, we get a 5-man experience penalty, I actually received about 900 some experience per kill, which tells me that with less people, I was getting more experience. So there is an advantage to running this dungeon solo if you have a setup like I have. You get the Braces of Finesse, so that's a nice pickup for Fulgris. And as you'll see later, Fulgris will also get another nice pickup from one of the bosses at the end. Speaking of bosses, unfortunately the last boss of the dungeon, I ended up wiping on that boss. I didn't know that the mechanic of the boss meant that when I pulled the first 2 mobs, the boss would aggro. As a result, we were low on mana, cooldowns, etc., and with the tri-box, it was difficult for me to sustain the pull. We made the mature decision, though, of instead of trying to push for 1 mob at the end of a dungeon, we decided let's just reset and take more experience the second time around. So that was, I think, a mature decision from us, is to accept that the reward of overextending just wasn't worth it, and instead consolidate our gains and just continue to push forward solidly as a team and get more experience. So that was really nice, because by the time we were done here, and I also ran a little bit more later, I had about half a level to 61, and for 2-3 hours of gameplay, that sounds pretty nice to me. So I really enjoyed this, as this AoE style, as you know, ever since I first saw WoW Hobbs back in 2008, I fell in love with it. So yeah, thanks. Well, anytime you get a nice hallway pull like this, it's always nice, because you can pull around the corner, you can get the casters in, you see they're fearing the pets, and we're trying to make sure that we get dispels and stuff, but unfortunately I'm just not in a position to worry about dispels now that I'm tanking. And obviously the tri-box makes it very hard, because I'm also responsible for keeping myself up and the team up, so it's what it is, and I definitely relish the role. So it's been enjoyable running 3 characters in a 5-man group, and I definitely will not be running 3 characters ever in a raid composition in TBC, as I'm hoping to. I've secured a spot in my guild Valhalla as, I think, the off tank for one of our teams. I'm hoping to get Daenerys and Parmenion a spot as well, and maybe in some other guilds, as Valhalla is very booked, as they're a very popular guild. So competition is more stiff there, so they need higher level talent. So that's what it is. With that said, I hope you've been enjoying the videos. I haven't made a World of Warcraft video in a while, and I'm so excited to get back to some of the roots of what really brought me into content creation and YouTube, was just being able to share myself through this anonymous platform like this, and just spread the peace and love of how much fun it's been growing up with these Blizzard games. And for me, Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch. The Blizzard team and company is just one of the best out there, if not the best in gaming. And I wanted to say thank you to everybody who put all this work together, all the way from the top down. You know, sometimes it's like you want to give credit to all the the developers and stuff, but don't forget the brain team that that puts the design together. That all the team that like I think his name is K-Bax, the community manager. They do all this stuff that builds that group camaraderie, and that really starts from the top down. And that is a message that typically gets imparted from leadership. So definitely thank you so much to the Blizzard team for letting us all journey back into the Outlands and reach level 70 together, as it was way back in the day in from 2007 plus. So yeah, thank you. I think 2006 maybe even plus. So thank you so much, team, for that. Here, this is the only boss I have a clip of killing, Omar the Unscarred. He does some nice stuff in terms of like booting me around the place, so that was a little uncomfortable for me because I was getting tossed up in the air like ragdolled around. So gotta strengthen up Brock's shield, pick up some levels, and get higher up there, stronger. And, hopefully maybe by the end I might be able to take Omar with a 3-man team instead of needing the help that I need now. So again, thanks to the team here, because this was very fun. As you see, Parmenion is still just casting Blizzard on a single target mob. Like, that's just not acceptable in a raid. So yeah, thanks for carrying me in terms of the DPS. You see Arcane Poning and Fulgur is just owning the single target DPS in the bottom right hand corner. So thank you for that. With that, I want to say, as the video comes to a close, as usual, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.